Hi, School of Worship began over 20 years ago with a simple thought, a thought from the Lord, and then He downloaded purpose. What is the purpose of School of Worship? He gave me that purpose and I wrote it down, and it showed up in my first book on worship, We Who Worship, and then from then on, it was spoken. And so once it was given and then spoken, it was destined to become a reality. What was that purpose? This is what he told me: to raise up worshipers with a clean heart, called to be instruments of Holy Spirit through worship, to define the innate difference between worshiper and musician, singer, dancer, artist, performer, etc. This school of worship is for those who are willing to lay down their lives to be completely His, to live and to be used by Him with humility, purity, integrity, and accountability. This is a school of the heart first, then of thought and purpose. It's not a conference, it's not a gathering, it's not a service. This is a school where you learn to be used deeper, higher, and purer. This is a hands-on learning experience. You'll receive revelation, of course. You'll receive impartation, and you'll even receive information. But most of all, it will begin to raise up the worshiper inside of you, and you'll rise higher and higher and higher until you leave the earth kind of worship, and you will step into the throne room for the rest of your life to worship Him in spirit and in truth. Jesus gave these instructions to the woman at the well, and He simply said, "The Father seeks worshipers who will worship Him in spirit and truth." We've spent years and years, decades and decades, trying to give God all of our gifts and all of our performance while withholding our heart from Him. He doesn't want all of our gifts. He had the greatest gift when He had Lucifer, and that was not good enough. Lucifer fell, and mankind was given the opportunity to step in and take his place as a true spirit and truth worshiper. Won't you join me at the next school of worship, the one closest to you, the one nearest you, the one right there in your church, or join me in California, and we will worship Him in spirit and truth. But it's more than just a service by any means. It is school. I am working with you, bringing out the worshiper inside of you and bringing about a position inside of every church that you represent, taking the worship to a pure level where the Father gets up off of His throne and He looks the whole earth over, looking for you to worship Him in spirit and truth. School of Worship. It'll change you. I believe it with all of my heart. It changes me every time. It's a beautiful place to lay down everything you thought you were supposed to be doing and become the very essence of the identity that He has given within your DNA to worship Him forever. Won't you join me at the next school? It's not just for singers. It's not just for musicians. It's not for artists, even though all of those people are welcome. It's for you. If you have a heart after God, if you have a heart for intercession, for prayer, for music, for art, all of those things, they're wonderful, but they're just what we do. He's after your heart. Will you give Him your heart? We have an amazing school of worship coming up in May in Michigan at House of Prayer. Oh, it's going to be amazing. May 16, 17, and 18. Will you join me there? I have the next 5-day school here in California in Rancho Mirage at the Hilton Garden Inn, July the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Won't you join me in California? Our next East Coast is going to be in Georgia, October the 14th, the 15th, and then we'll stay over and preach on Sunday the 16th. All of these schools are available to you. Search the heart of God and decide you are that worshiper. You want to be found by Him when He's searching for those who will worship Him in spirit and truth. Will you be the one? School of Worship is for you.